Blockbuster was once the biggest name in movie rentals, with over 9,000 stores worldwide and millions of loyal customers. But how did a small Texas startup become a giant of the entertainment world? And why did it collapse so quickly? It all started in 1985 when a man named David Cook opened the first Blockbuster store in Dallas, Texas, with a huge selection of 8,000 movies and a system that let customers quickly check out and return tapes. Blockbuster quickly gained popularity. By the late 80s, Blockbuster became the go-to spot for family movie nights, offering everything from action hits to romantic comedies. Blockbuster seemed unstoppable, growing rapidly with new stores opening everywhere. But what led to its eventual fall from grace? Stick around as we uncover the rise and fall of Blockbuster, the once mighty empire of movie rentals. Blockbuster didn't just stay in Dallas for long. After opening the first store in 1985, it quickly spread across the US. In 1987, Wayne Huizenga, the man who made waste management a big deal, took over. Huizenga had a big vision. He wanted a Blockbuster in every neighborhood, and he did just that, buying up smaller stores and rebranding them. By the early 90s, there were over 1,000 Blockbuster stores, but it wasn't just about the numbers. Blockbuster wanted to be the best. Inspired by McDonald's, Huizenga used similar business strategies like company-owned stores instead of franchises. He also made sure every Blockbuster had a family-friendly image by banning X-rated movies, which helped attract more people, including kids and parents. By the mid and 90s, Blockbuster had become a global powerhouse. It even took over the UK's largest rental chain, bringing in millions from international sales. They didn't just stop at rentals. Blockbuster locations became places to hang out, offering video games, snacks, and even Blockbuster block parties with games and fun activities for adults. Blockbuster was truly on top of the world. But it wasn't just movies that Blockbuster wanted to dominate. They set their sights on video games too, which were becoming super popular in the 90s. Blockbuster began renting video games from all the big names, including Nintendo, but Nintendo wasn't happy about it. They felt Blockbuster was cutting into their profits by renting out games instead of people buying them. Nintendo took Blockbuster to court, trying to stop them from renting their games, but Blockbuster fought back and the courts decided that renting games wasn't illegal. This win made Blockbuster even more confident, and soon they became the top place to rent video games as well as movies. For a while, it seemed like nothing could stop Blockbuster. Blockbuster wasn't just satisfied with its success in the US, it went global, expanding into countries like the UK, Australia, and Japan. This international push helped them become the biggest name in video rentals worldwide, and they didn't stop at just movies and games. They started diversifying into other areas. Blockbuster opened up stores inside supermarkets, partnered with TV stations, and even started selling candy and snacks. They aimed to be more than just a video rental store. They wanted to be a one-stop shop for home entertainment. Blockbuster also tried its hand at music retail and online rentals, hoping to tap into every corner of the entertainment market. But as they kept expanding, a new player was getting ready to shake things up in a big way. In 2000, Blockbuster was offered a golden opportunity. A small company named Netflix, which had just started mailing DVDs directly to customers, approached Blockbuster with a proposal. Netflix wanted to join forces and help Blockbuster go digital, but Blockbuster didn't see the value. They laughed Netflix out of the room, believing their brick-and-mortar stores would always be the future.
There's a better way to rent movies. Go to Netflix.com, make a list of the movies you want to see, and in about one business day, you'll get 3 DVDs. Keep them as long as you want, without late fees. Then when you're done, look, prepaid envelopes. Return one, and they'll send you another movie from your list.
Netflix. All the movies you want, $20 a month, and no late fees.
But Netflix wasn't laughing. They kept growing, and their idea of renting movies online started catching on fast. By the time Blockbuster realized its mistake, it was too late. Netflix had taken a big piece of their market, and people were loving the convenience of watching movies without leaving home. Blockbuster tried to catch up by launching its own online service, but it just couldn't compete with Netflix's head start and customer base. Rejecting Netflix turned out to be one of the biggest mistakes in Blockbuster's history. The very thing they thought wouldn't work ended up being the future of entertainment, leaving Blockbuster scrambling to stay in the game. As digital technology began to grow, Blockbuster started to lose its grip. The rise of digital downloads, streaming services, and even Redbox DVD kiosks offered cheaper and easier ways to watch movies. While other companies were quick to adapt, Blockbuster made poor decisions that sealed its fate. They stuck with late fees that frustrated customers, and their efforts to go digital were too slow and too late.
No more late fees! No more late fees! No more late fees!
At the same time, Blockbuster's huge number of physical stores became a big problem. They were expensive to maintain, and fewer people were coming in to rent movies. Every move they made seemed to be just a step behind. Competitors like Netflix were miles ahead, offering a new way to enjoy movies that Blockbuster failed to see coming. The world of entertainment was changing, and Blockbuster couldn't keep up. By 2010, Blockbuster had hit rock bottom. They filed for bankruptcy, struggling with billions in debt and unable to compete with the new digital age. Store after store began to close, and the familiar blue and yellow signs started disappearing from neighborhoods everywhere. People were moving on, leaving Blockbuster in the dust. The company tried one last time to reinvent itself, focusing on digital streaming and online rentals, but the effort was too little and too late. The market had already shifted, and Blockbuster's brand, once a powerhouse in home entertainment, was now seen as outdated. By 2013, Blockbuster announced it would close its remaining corporate-owned stores, marking the end of an era. It was a sad end for a company that once ruled the video rental world, but the world had moved on to a new way of watching movies. Today, there's just one Blockbuster left, located in Bend, Oregon. This final store has become a nostalgic hotspot, a place where people can remember the good old days of picking out a movie for the weekend. It's a reminder of a time before streaming took over. It's filled with movie memorabilia, and visitors come from all over to take pictures and relive a bit of history. Against all odds, this little store has managed to survive, keeping the spirit of Blockbuster alive. Blockbuster's story is a lesson in staying ahead of the curve. It shows what happens when a giant becomes too comfortable and fails to adapt to new ways of doing business. While they once led the home entertainment industry, their downfall came from not recognizing how quickly the world was changing around them. If you found this story interesting, make sure to leave a comment, like the video, and hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories like this. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Love to say we're going to be here forever, but sadly, I think that there probably will be, a last day at some point.